Good afternoon, beautiful women everywhere, from the north to the south, east and west. Welcome to Kingdom Living. How you living? It is your girl, your host, the Red Velvet Woman, and I stopped in just to have a conversation with you. I don't know who this is for today, but I want to encourage you that God don't play about you. Why? Because he don't play about me, and I don't play about my God. Yesterday, some friends and I were having a conversation, and it went a little something like this. We were talking about John chapter 4, the Samaritan woman who meets Jesus at the well. And that message stuck with me so much so that I had to come and share it with you. When we're talking about John chapter 4 and the Samaritan woman meeting Jesus at the well, it was not an ordinary meeting. In fact, it was a meeting that was destined to change the trajectory of the rest of her life. And so today I came so that we can change the trajectory of yours too. If you're like me, 2025 served you probably some plates, some fast food, some snacks, some quick meals. It served you some things that wasn't healthy for you. And I'm not talking about food, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about how nasty life can be. You see, on Sunday mornings, we get all dressed up in our Sunday's best, and oh, yes, we look amazing. But what happens behind our closed doors? Yeah, I'm in my bathroom filming this, but that is the realness of who I am. You see, 2025 wasn't a good year for me. It was good. It had some good parts to it, but it could have been better. I found myself like the woman at the well, living in a dry place. I found myself like the woman at the well, living in chaos. Am I talking to anybody out there? Sometimes it is us. It is the inner me and not the enemy that brings trouble to our lives. Why do I care? Why do you care, you ask? I care because you might be at home sitting in your living room one drink away from giving up. You might be sitting in your car one turn away from giving up. You might be sitting and contemplating one needle away from giving up. I came to tell you that Jesus said, "Come unto me and I'll give you rest." Jesus said, "Come and drink from me, the living water that you will never thirst again." That's what he told the Samaritan woman when he met her at the well. See, Sister Girl had a plan that day. She was going to socialize and kick it with the girls at the well. But on her way to the well, she looked ahead and she saw a man that was sitting at the well that did not look like no ordinary man. Yes, she knew that there was a difference about that man, and she knew that he had come to interrupt her regularly scheduled program. So today I've come to interrupt your regularly scheduled program. I've come to tell you that Jesus is the man at the well. And sometimes the woman on the way to the well is me. Sometimes the woman on the way to the well is you. Whatever your situation is, whatever is happening in your life, even now, and we are 11 days into the new year, my sister, my brother, whoever, if you're watching this, you have the power to change all that's happening around you. I was listening to a message this morning, and the pastor was talking about the seeds that we sow and how they have to grow. Remember that if you sow a seed, you have to watch that flower, good or bad, you have to watch it grow. So back to the woman at the well. She was going with a bucket, a pot, if you will, a container, if you will, to go and get water for her household, probably to feed the animals, probably to drink. Whatever the case may be, she was in need of water, which is why she was carrying a bucket to go fill it. But tell your neighbor that the water filler, the pot filler, the only man who's ever walked the earth that could feel human need that we would never thirst again is Jesus Christ. And so I came to share him with you today. If you're at the point to where last year almost did you in, that's where I was. Sometimes we can be in relationships that God didn't call us to. Yeah, that was my testimony. I was in a relationship that God did not call me to, and I wanted so bad to make that individual into who I needed him to be, but he was not the man at the well. You see, the woman at the well, she had 5 husbands, and even Jesus tells her at the meeting at the well, and the one that's at your house right now, that's still not your husband. So, ladies, I'm talking to you. If you desire marriage, the boyfriend ain't your husband. Let him go. Because if you've spent 2 months, 2 years, 5 years, 7 years, 6 years with somebody, and they have not given you clarity about your next, then you need to realign your life with the man at the well, Jesus Christ. Why? Because he can give you living water that you won't thirst no more. What do I mean? Sometimes in our lives, we get real thirsty for the things that we want. We crave food, we crave television, we crave social media, we crave companionship, and our craving can sometimes cause us to fall flat on our faces and find ourselves all messed up. You been there? You might be there. I've been there. So I came to share that you don't have to be thirsty not another day in your life. Not for attention, not for companionship, not for food, not for clothing, not for money, not for anything. You don't have to thirst ever again. Because if you meet the man at the well, Jesus Christ, and I offer Christ to you today, if you meet him at the well, he'll fulfill every need that you have. This year in 2026, I declare and decree over my life and yours that God has met us at the well, and he is there to give you drink that you'll never thirst again. So if you are on the verge of giving up, you can get up because Jesus has met you at the well. If you were at your last leg and you were ready to jump off that building, you can back up, go back down the stairs, and carry on with your life, not as usual, but in the newness of Christ. God said, I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. What does that mean? That means that we have everything that we need right at our fingertips. But we have to become aligned with the Father, right? That vertical, horizontal relationship must come together as one. Hear a little water in the background? That's a distraction. Don't worry about that. I'm in my bathroom filming this, and I'm in my bathroom filming it because it was the best place in my room to get me some good light for the moment. I came to bring a message, not for you to worry about what's happening around me, but that you would hear the voice and the word of the Lord today. Dressing is just a part of what I do. Yes, I'm a fashionista because I live in the kingdom. When people ask me, how are you doing? Now, today, I'm able to say I am doing great. Not blessed and highly favored in the cliche, but I'm doing great in my today because I chose to live in the kingdom. I chose to meet Jesus at the well because I needed him. I needed him to break some things off of my life in 2025. And before I walked into 2026, he did that. And I'm telling you that relationship that you're in, if it's stifling you, if it's choking you, if it's causing you depression, if it's causing you to overeat, if it's causing you anxiety, it's time to let it go. If you're working at a job that you're not happy about, don't quit on the spot. Begin to pray and align yourself with God and watch him elevate you to move to another dimension, to move beyond your now into your next. If you're married and you're going through a storm with your husband or your wife, this is not the time to break apart. I need you to meet Jesus too at the well, because where two meet, they can agree, right? So that marriage is not over. Don't you throw in the towel. Don't you give up on him. Don't you give up on her. And I'm not talking about an abusive situation. I'm talking about where the rubber has met the road and you may have grown apart a little bit and you both have been wondering, what is our next? Sometimes we just need to meet Jesus at the well and realign. For my widow woman, for my single women, for my divorced women, and men too, life is not over. You will find your somebody special. You will find your soulmate, the person that God has designed with you in mind. I'm a Christian woman. I'm a kingdom woman. And I love to dress. Right? But my dress code does not determine my spiritual code. See, when I take all of this off, some things are going to pop out of place. Right now, it looks like it's all intact, right? But when I take off my clothes, my body may not align because gravity going to pull it some places, right? And this is meant to be a little comical. The reason why I'm talking about my dress code is because people always tell me that I dress very nicely. So I ask God how to get the attention of your people. Not the saints that's in the house. No. How do I get the attention of you that's watching? Because when you pass by my channel, you're going to be like, oh, that girl is cute. She looks good. Wonder what she does. Well, let me tell you, I'm beginning my new. In 2026, I plan to walk out the vision that God has met me at my well to give me. I was thirsty for the love of the man that was in my life because I wanted him to be somebody that he was never designed to be. And I had to let him go in order to realign my life with the life that Christ has designed for me. I'm previously divorced. I'm divorced. And I've been divorced probably for about 8 years. 8 years. And I got into a relationship that has lasted for the last 6 years. And that relationship didn't serve me the way that I wanted it to. And I was praying and I was crying and I was going through about it, y'all. But let me tell you, it wasn't until Jesus met me at the well and he filled my spiritual bucket with him that I shall not thirst, not another day in my life, not for companionship, not for approvalship, because you don't need somebody to be Lord over your life. Not a human being. You only need the Lord over your life. And when the Lord is over your life, he promises that he'll never leave you nor forsake you. He promises that he will lead you and guide you every step of the way. And so this talk today is just, I want to ask you, kingdom living, how are you living? Are you a woman that needs to meet Jesus at the well? Come on. Are you a man that needs to meet Jesus at the well? There's room for you at the well too. Today will be the first day and the best day, starting now, of the rest of your life. So I need you to get in his will, and I need you to get into his way. Welcome to Kingdom Living, How You're Living, and I'm the Red Velvet Woman. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and meet me here on my station again and again and again. Because you know why? God don't play about me. He don't play about you either. And I'm going to take y'all out with this song today because this song has become my new jam for 2026. And I want to share it with you because why? God don't play about me. And he don't play about you either. So let this song take you out as your girl ends this podcast. This is my first launch, and I hope that you'll grow with me in 2026. Today, I have 0 audiences, but at the end of 2026, we're going to look back on this and laugh. Yeah, she started in her bathroom, y'all. Don't you worry about it. It's where God is going to take me. And I'm launching out into the deep today so that I can go where God has purpose for me to go. And I want you to get where God has purpose for you to go. Meet him at the well. That's how, y'all. I just wanted to share a little bit with you and you and you. Meet Jesus at the well. I promise you'll thirst no more. Bye-bye.